Hey folks, Gaming Nerd 86 here, and yeah, just bought this new game, Graveyard Keeper, that just recently came out. So I was looking forward for this game quite some time. Just wanna give it a try together with you guys. Let's just go in to play the game. So I just started a little bit trying it out, to figure out some basic stuff. I think I have a little bit of an understanding now how the game actually works a little bit. So, as otherwise if you start like with knowing nothing about the game, then you will just waste a lot of time trying to figuring out stuff, and it's surely not interesting to watch for you guys. So, anyways, so just recently came out. I'm just skipping all over the intro here for you, because actually I'm sure it's not so interesting for you. It's just basically we die. We have this graveyard keeper here. It says, yeah, you can have this graveyard here, and we just don't know why we are here. And we are in this strange other world, basically. And this is the tutorial, so I'm just quickly skipping over this right now. You just follow the instructions. You get the skull. You bury out the skull. Dig out the skull. He gives you some advice during the game, and the voiceover is really funny. It's like blah blah blah, and what he's saying is also like a lot of blah blah blah. But it's, I cannot say it's bad. It's done quite nicely. Let me just get a little bit of coffee while this is going. Yeah. So essentially, what he's saying is, gotta hear this donkey. We can also talk with the donkey. And he's doing also funny sounds. And basically what he's saying is that every day he will bring this corpse here. And with the corpses you can use them. Let me show you. Gotta pick them into this morgue here. You have an autopsy table, and then you can put it there. And from there you can extract organs and stuff from that, but only if you have the tag. He also, the skull wants us to bring him a beer from the town. That's fair enough. So we extract some flesh here. It's the only thing we can do by now, and get some recipes. And now we don't really have anything else we can do with the body, so we pick it up and we bring it to the graveyard. Just quickly bringing it here, and again here Skull wants to talk with us about this thing. Tells us that we need to bury it. We can drop it down. We can build a grave site. You have to select it here where you want to put it, like here, and then you can take this and then you can put it there. Actually you have to first dig out the grave, makes sense. And right now we are in the tutorial mode essentially still, so nothing really costs energy. It's just for like introductions thing. I'm skipping over this as it's not too interesting. Now whenever we get a burial certificate, we can actually sell the burial certificate in the town, which is essentially our only way to get money early on. This guy, he's coming along. Actually we need to wait until he's exactly at the right position before we can talk to him. And he's essentially telling us that he's the keeper and whatever, or what guy is he? I don't know. Are we the keeper or is he the keeper? I don't know. And so what he's saying is that essentially we need to make the graveyard nice, because right now it's a complete mess. And we can make it nice by repairing the graves. So you see on the left side it's really ugly, and on the right side it's really nice. But we need a lot of resources in order to do that. So this is very important to know. There's 3 different kinds of science that you need to collect in order to free up technology, which you really need to do anything in the game. And different colors for different things. The biggest problem is to get the blue science for now. I really, when I tried the game for the first time, I really had trouble getting any blue science at all. And I still don't really know where to get it, to be honest. So here you see now we are very ugly graveyard. Our quality is -29. We could make it nicer if we had a gravestone and a grave fence. And we can also remove all those. I see here that this actually has a gravestone and a stone fence, but we need to repair it somehow. I actually don't really know how I can do that. Maybe I need to... Don't I have actually already a stone repair kit? I do have. So maybe if I take out that, I can fix it. Yeah, that's right. And then, how much would that take? Actually not as bad. But the thing is, it's consumed the stone repair kit. So you need to build those repair kits in order to keep going and repair that here. But it's not super urgent right now, but it's the first thing we should really strive to complete here, is to get a quality of 5 is what he wants, in order to open up the church. Because without the church, I figure, you cannot get money, essentially. The only way to get money is this burial recipe thing that we just got from burying corpse. It's basically the only way early on to get money. And it's not giving us a lot of money. The thing is, for example, farming, it requires you to buy the seeds in the town. And while they are not as expensive, you don't get a lot of money either. And then once you have your first harvest, then you don't have any seeds anymore. You need to buy another round of seeds. Where do you get the money? So you cannot really scale it that way. You cannot really start that way, is what I figure out. So without money you don't, there's really not so much point of going that route. So you should focus on getting money. And how do you get money? By opening up the church. So that needs to be the first priority, is what I figure out, at least as I understand it right now. So we have this burial certificate, it's saying a lot of blah blah blah. And you can also ask him to trade some fresh meat, so you can sell the fresh meat. The problem is you need some stamps to get on the meat, so you can actually are authorized to sell that. Otherwise they don't buy it. But to get those stamps, it's very hard to create. And but there's a quest you can do in order to get them also. But the thing is, this quest essentially requires you to be like have more reputation, which you get by doing some writing, which you need ink and paper for. So that's also not really an option, or what? It's not like really an option. It just isn't an option. So the only way to make money is the burial recipe and then the church, hopefully. We just got a small task to get to the blacksmith, which we can do. I'm surprised actually to find people right now here. Maybe that's just because we are for the first time in town, because usually at night time nobody's here, and you also cannot go into their houses, so you have to time it somehow. It's really worth here to make this starting quest here, because actually here you do get a sword and stuff like that, and a whetstone, so you can actually repair your tools, which is very important. So he just wants that we kill those slimes in here. Easy enough task. That is done. Return to him, defeated the slimes, get some iron, which is very hard to get, so it's obviously quite good if you can get a little bit of that stuff from here by doing the quest. And also now, as we brought the letter to the blacksmith that the tavern owner wanted us to deliver him to. We can return back to the tavern owner, who will give us in turn a beer, and the beer in turn we can give to the Skull guy at our home, and then that guy will also be happy and give us some as well. That's just a good starting quest to do. It gives you a little bit of stuff. Nothing also special. Interesting to note is the day cycle on the top left. You see how where the sun is or where the moon is. It's nighttime, daytime. But then all the symbols means like different people will be available at different times in the town, so at different days. So if you want to talk to a certain guy, you have to be there at a certain day, which makes it actually quite difficult to continue these various quest lines. However, they didn't seem to bring much very special stuff in, very essential stuff in the beginning, so it's not really that important, at least in the beginning, as far as I could tell, to really visit the town and on the proper time and do all the things, because it's just not giving you too much things anymore. Either way, what do we have right now? A bunch of different things. We are able now to go into the cellar. There's a network of tunnels down here. You can connect the morgue and the church. The problem is you have to remove those barricades, and that takes a lot of resources. So it's almost impossible to do this in the beginning. There's some flour in here. You only need to open that if you really need it, I guess. But what is also available in here is some if you chop down those broken barrels, you get some iron and nails and stuff like that. That's nice to have later, or very soon, so we need that. And it gives you some red science. We need red science. We need a lot of red science. Now whenever your energy is, if you are out of energy, just go into the bed and restore that. Don't be afraid to go to end the day, or even like middle of the day or end of night. It doesn't really matter, totally not. So, and you sleep for the first few times, you get this new quest from this guy. But yeah, it's just important that you, in the beginning, you have to grind a lot of resources. And when the energy is over, just sleep, and there's no downside of sleeping. There's no like penalty or anything, so just sleep, because you need to fetch a lot of stuff in the beginning, and without energy it's not going to be possible, and it requires a lot of energy, and you don't have any food to restore energy, although you are given those 2 energy potions in the beginning. But what point of consuming those if you can anyways sleep? So I guess to keep those energy potions for later, when you might do some longer trips to some places where maybe you don't have a bed available, then that might be a much better option. So actually we didn't give the beer to the guy, I realize. And also you need to check for a new body every day. I'm not really sure whether it's every day. Maybe it's only on a certain day, because right now we don't have a body. We should actually get a body. We received a quest to from this ghostly thing to actually remove one of these graves, because there's like a bad soul in here and he's annoying to the other ghosts. So we exhumed that, but you need that exhumation permission, which we got from the ghost. And this is also just like a tutorial thing here, how to remove bodies that you don't really want anymore. So the option that you have in the beginning is to just throw that guy into the river, and then you can watch it a little bit, and then here comes the skull, and he's basically telling you that there's a better way of getting rid of corpses, which is to burn them. But to burn them you need a bit of stuff. You can of course collect things here when you're anyways passing by, so it's not really a problem. let's just show you really quick. The burning place is this one here. So you can actually place your bodies here and then you can burn them. However, you need the technology for that. And so let me just right now go into this morgue. Should give the beer to the guy. Here's your beer. And then blah blah blah. Did he actually give us anything? No, he wants wine, so that's that. So here you can remove the stuff. It takes a holy shit load of material. We could repair the desk. I'm not sure what it brings. Maybe that because I didn't do it yet, so I'm just figuring out myself the game. I hope by repairing the desk we can actually have the possibility to generate blue science, because I cannot figure out for the hell how to get blue science in this game. And without blue science, you cannot. There's many important technologies that you cannot get, and then you cannot really progress into the game. So it's important to figure out a way to get blue science, and so far I didn't really figure that out yet. Anyways, I think that's a good start into the game. And I hope to see you next episode. See you guys.